Hello and welcome to the indoor growing edition of Orchids 365. You're gonna see a little bit of aroids, a little bit of orchids, and a brand new setup that I've been working on for weeks. I am so excited to share this with you. So I started back here next to the door that leads to the backyard because I wanted to show you my philodendron white knight. This is what has happened after I had given her a little snip. The variegation was getting like less and less and less, and then I gave her a snip, and you guys, the leaves that I'm getting, it started with the half moons, which is what they call when you get exactly half white and half variegated. And this guy up here, look at this, isn't this amazing? So these are the new growths after I did the snip there, and it's looking fabulous. And then what I did was the piece that I cut already got really well established in the bottom, and I have another piece from one that I cut that I have outside, which is right now making the transition and adjusting, and so far so good. And I have this beautiful light from Sansi lighting that I was offered on Instagram, and guys, I love the ambience that it provides, especially since this one here doesn't get light all the time. So it's in the darkest area of it. Doesn't get like bright light all the time. It gets a little bit of light, and then I feel like on this side of the house, because I only have the French doors and that window, they get less light. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try the Sansi clip-on light here. And then at night I turn it on and it looks so beautiful, and I've been using it for over a month now. My plant is happy. It's very important when you're growing a variegated plant that it always gets the necessary light. Well, it needs light anyway, right, to grow, but you need to keep that variegation going. So I'm super happy with the Sansi lighting. So I'm gonna show you my new setup, and I have a special unboxing to share with you as well. So we're gonna go to the other side. So this is what I've been working on, and I don't know if you remember the first video I did. This is the same exact amount of plants that I had in here last time, except I started putting together a piece from IKEA that's not meant for a plant shelf, but for what I had imagined in my mind, it worked perfectly because I get to choose where I put the shelving and which plants I want to let grow up tall, where I need it to be. You know what I mean? So I just worked with it, and I am obsessed with this setup. I have my beautiful cuttings here from Hillbilly Orchids, Paula, and I've been rooting them ever since the unboxing. Look at these root seeds, you guys. Let me see if I can, look at that, look at that. This is on the Hoya Bella. All of them have these beautiful white roots that are getting ready to be potted up. This orchid, I think in my other video, was in bloom. I have to cut the spike. I have this beauty here growing in my little Monstera pot, which may need a bigger pot soon. My elbow's doing great, and I have no shelving, so she can go up as tall as she wants to. My middle section has proven to work beautifully for my species phals. So I have a few species phals in here. This one is growing a spike. This one has been blooming since April, and I don't cut the flowers off because they look like little works of art. And this is from Blue Ridge Orchids from when I was vending there at Kroll. And I have it there, and I feel bad. I don't want to cut the flowers off. It's crazy, right? This one is not blooming now. I think it was blooming last time. This is my beautiful blueberry from Brandon growing in the pot from Just One More Orchid, and you see root seeds everywhere. And this thing has not stopped blooming. Right now, I think there's a tiny little bud there, so I'm leaving that beautiful green spike alone. This one is growing beautifully here as well. Look at those roots, you guys. Look. And all these little trays that I have to catch the water, they've been from secondhand stores. See? All these little trays. And they love it because I water them once a week. Sometimes if I see they need more, if they dry quicker. And then they just drink up what they need, and so far so good. It has worked for me. This is a tiny little alocasia that I just acquired from Perfect Choice Nursery. She's a baby, so she's here for now. And then my philodendron ring of fire I grew from leaf is doing beautifully. And this new one has the little splashes of pink, and then sometimes you'll get like a full pink leaf. Isn't she gorgeous? I just love her, especially when I grow them since they're little. This was gifted to me at a plant show. I've never done this before, but look how adorable these babies are. I have no idea what's going on. What I do is when this gets like it is now, I just keep on squirting it with the rainwater. And it looks like it could be one baby or maybe it could be two. And they gave me an ID, but I think it's faded. But I have them on Instagram. I met them, and then I'll ask. Sorry about the noise. Oh, there, it's still. I'm gonna make, you know what? I'm gonna take this and make it a proper ID. So this is what this baby is. I've never grown a little baby alocasia. So cute. And here I have my pinguicula, and so far so good. These really like the moisture, and I have her in the little tray. I have another one that's in the bathroom area that has been growing way bigger than this one. I'm going to show it to you when I go there. Then I have these, again, more species phals here. This one looks like she wants to grow a little spike. Isn't she cute? I would love to see it. I have her in my little mermaid pot. And then I have this one that was a gift from Justine. Where did I put her ID? Oh my goodness. So I put her in my little Foul Friday. And then I have this one that was also, it's a baby from her plant. And as you can see, the leaves are doing way better. It's established. I don't know where that root is planning on going, but I think it's fabulous. Lots of fun stuff going on. This is a prop mushy. Cute, right? I just love it. I have it here for props as well. And this is my humidifier that I found on Amazon. I had to get something big for the amount of humidity that I need. A lot of these plants, they will get spotting. I left this leaf just to show you, even though it breaks my heart. So I was out for a week and I had no way of getting my humidifier going, and this is what happens when they lack humidity. And that broke my heart. So I got this guy, and I could turn them on with my cell phone. The problem is, if you have to make sure you can't be away for too many days. It's only as much as the reservoir can hold. But at least I'll figure something out. If I do go away for more than a week, which hasn't happened, I may even have to put her outside because this girl is a diva. This is a diva. But look how beautiful she grows the leaves when she has the humidity. These are new after the incident. So it's important to have a humidifier, you guys, for these divas. Let me back up so you can admire the whole setup. So this is where I get the most amount of light into my living room area. I am obsessed. I found these little it's like macrame, but they're made of little crystals. So when the light hits them, so I'm waiting on that because I'm probably gonna pot up one of the Hoyas and hang it from here, and that's gonna look so cool. I may need one for each side, so yeah. So this is what I've been working on, and here's another one. I think I showed them in the last video, but I'm gonna set them up there real soon. Now the light shifted, and I want to show you this pretty lady is a strawberry shake, and she has similarities to the pink princess, except I feel like the leaves are gonna be longer because this is a small plant. It'll grow, and the stem stays dark, and every now and then you'll get surprised by this beautiful deep pink leaf. So I've been growing her for some time. It'll be, I think, around 9 months. When I got her, I also got the Philodendron domesticum, and so far so good. He was not very happy outside. This is the one that has traveled to many shows with me, so he took a lot of a beating. He's got some boo-boos, so I brought him inside to spoil him. He's got a bright lime leaf over there, and I have a leaf unfurling up here towards the light. This is the reason why I picked this spot for my grow shelf, because when that morning light starts hitting it, out of this world. So yeah, I forgot to introduce those two, and they do deserve an introduction because they're adorable, and I've been growing them for 9 months now. These are gonna get big, and I don't have to worry because they can go up, and I can always prop them and pot them up and make them more full plants, because these philodendrons tend to grow on a thin stem, and if you want a bushier plant, you have to get multiple and like put them around. So what I do is I let them grow as tall as I think it's okay, then I put it, and then I'll have, with time, a bushier plant. Over on the other corner of my living room, I still have my Bano, and you guys look at this beauty. He just keeps going and going and going, and I know I showed him in one of the aroid videos, so I wanted to show you. This is a brand new leaf. He does not need the humidifier. He's just very thirsty. So the way that I do it is I have these stones inside the pot in the bottom. This pot has no drainage. This one has drainage. And that way it has the humidity going in the bottom, and I can check when it needs a drink. And of course, the aroid mix has to be very well draining. It's very helpful, I find. Another one that I bought that was not so little, and I mean not so big, and now he's huge, and I have to adjust the moss pole and add more pieces because I did not put it firmly, so I have to like fix it. I just wasn't expecting for him to take off so soon. And I just have my little snake plant here in the corner. Super low maintenance, and even lower maintenance because I have her in one of the self-watering pots. Before I forget, this is the other one that I have. And I got them both in the aroid show at the end. And then she just had a flower. It's on the way out. It flowers a lot. It has a little pup growing on the side. And it has gotten a few little gnats. I don't know if you can see them. See that? There's one. That's a fresh one there. So I am loving it. So they feed and then they bloom. And this one apparently is in a good place. It's getting these tiny little annoying gnats. And this is what I use to water them. And what you need to do is you need to make sure, because these love water. So you either have her in a tray where she can keep drinking, or you have one of these around. And I can show you, or I can explain to you the layers that I used to pot her up in this beautiful candle jar. If you have a question, I'll just put it in there, the layers that I used. And then this one's coming back to life after an iguana attack. So this is her new leaf. I brought her inside to take care of her because she's an anthurium, I think queen of the night, which I read that are very, very finicky. So far so good. I don't know what's going on there, but hey, I got her to push out a leaf, and they will get bigger and longer and more beautiful. So for now, that's working. This guy's loving his little moss pool that I made him, and it's unfurling leaves constantly. So far, so good. And to make my life easier, these are all self-watering back here because I already have a lot to take care of over there. And Paula, this one, let me see, yeah, the multiflora has pushed out these leaves since I got her, and now is pushing out these leaves. And now look, maybe I'll get flowers from there. That's a new one where the peduncles come out. This one's green, this one's green. Oh my God, when this thing flowers, there will be fireworks. Thank you so much. I've always wanted to have, this is such a beautiful piece. And she is thirsty. Like most of the time I fill them just up to there, but her, I have to fill her up to here. And I do this weekly. This one I have to change it out. It gets more light, so it grows algae really fast. I've noticed on this window. The one on this window does not grow algae. Isn't that incredible? And the only reason I know this is because in my fish tank, I have natural plants growing, and I had an algae outbreak. So I had to control how long I was turning on the light in the tank, and I learned about growing algae. Algae is not always bad. It's just good to have, but under control, okay? And this is my Thai constellation. I also got her as a little seedling. This is a new leaf. She's not in a self-watering setup, and I'm still trying to figure out what to do with her. She's an aroid mix. And then these are, when she was outside, she was getting sunburned. So I brought her inside, and she's had these two beautiful, flawless leaves. So I might not bring her outside anymore. So that's that right there. Just wanted to show you real quick my indoor plants. So I was really happy with that one light. Now they reached out to me and I have this unboxing to do because now I have this indoor setup. And I'm really new at growing indoors, you guys. And the more I do it, the more I admire those of you that have a huge indoor collection. Wow, I don't know how you do it. It's a lot. It's a lot. So here, I love how pretty everything's packaged. Seems like we have another light, and oh, there's 2 switches. These things are so easy to set up and use. And I'm thinking of doing something here with this setup. So you have the clip, and then look how flexible these things are and how well wrapped. But what I want to share with you right now is how their light bulbs, if you look at this, see, they have a 5-year warranty on the actual product, but on the other one that I unboxed, the first one that I got, says they have a lifetime replacement on the bulbs. These bulbs are amazing, guys. Look at that. Beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is I wanted to show you what was in the box, and I'm gonna set these up at night, because if I set them up now, you're not gonna admire what, you know, the look that it gives. So I'm excited because I have no idea what it's gonna look like, how this setup is gonna look at night once I put those Sansi lights. So we're gonna wait, and I'm gonna hop back on here when it's nice and dark, and I'm gonna show you how beautiful these lights look. Okay, so the assembly is quite easy. What you want to do is you want to very carefully remove the plastic. I don't like to try to tear it, but just make one little cut here. You should be good to go. And then you can just open it up. Just taking off the cover from there. I'm going to do another little snip here. So we have these 2. I have 2 lights. You can go in completely different directions, which works out very well for this very big shelf. Then you're gonna get the bulb in the box. It has it's covered. Remove the cover. And you just give it a turn. Right there. Take out the other bulb, and maybe we can try to figure out where it goes now. And then anyway, I'm going to show you how it looks when it's nighttime, because I mean, that's when it looks pretty awesome. And it's a grow light, you know, it looks nice, it's good for your plants. And they've been very nice, and they've given me a code, like a promo code, and they give you a really sweet discount. And these lights, they're not expensive. They're definitely good on your budget. So imagine, they're not expensive, and then you get my promo code. I mean, come on, you can't lose, right? So let's see where we can put these. We also have to take in mind where you have the closest outlet. You have to get an extension, and you have the 2 switches. I love the switches. It's so easy because I don't have to be, you know, worrying about touching anything here, or since I'm short, climbing up to the top and trying to hit a switch. So yeah, let's find a spot for these babies. Another thing that I want to point out is how versatile these lights are. Like you can move them as many times as you need to. See, I have an idea of this one lighting that way, and then the one that's longer, I went ahead and pulled it, and I'm pointing it more towards the bottom level, as you can see. So of course, when we turn them on, then we figure out, you know, where we need to point or whatever. The reason I'm doing it on the left side is because A, I have the switches there, and B, I really think that I'm gonna hang a macrame right here. So I may need more lights perhaps for this end of the shelf, and I'll probably put it here. We shall see. I love how perfect this clip is, and it's padded. It will not ruin your setup. And I love how easy these things are to move. So we shall see, because if I turn them on now, we really can't tell. We have natural light coming in, and I really do think that they look gorgeous. I don't think that it's an eyesore at all. You can get them in white or in black. So yeah, I'm gonna come on here, I'm gonna be back here when it's dark, and then we're gonna see how it looks. But yeah, I'll be back here when it's dark, when you don't have any natural light. Right now it's overcast, kind of cloudy, but still, it won't do it any justice. If we turn on the lights, we won't see. But anyways, so yeah, let's see. All right, so I'm back now and it's nighttime and this is how it looks. I'm loving how the bottom one lights up all of the orchids here. So what we did was I clipped it back here and I moved one lamp facing that way and the other lamp facing down. And that's how I got that look. And then if I change my mind or I feel like somebody else needs more light, I can always move the clip. But this is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So we'll give it some time and then see how they do. And of course, they do get light in the morning, but there are some days that are overcast or dark and I can turn it on and they can get their light. So right now I see I'm needing a little bit more light down here and maybe on this end. But for now, these two will do. But I think evening out the light, maybe getting another set would look nicer. So yeah, this is how it looks. Thank you for joining me. I hope you found this video helpful. And remember, I'm gonna provide you with a link for these beautiful indoor grow lights and a discount code. Feel free to ask me any questions or comments. Thank you for joining me. Always remember to please be kind. See you next time.